scene. It's a vicious mob. I thought you were out somewhere learning your lines.
Oh, I know my lines.
Go to the gate. Somebody knocks.
Sir, it is your brother, Cassius.
Is he alone?
No, sir, there are more with him.
Not more with him. More with him, the plural. This is Shakespearean verse we're speaking. You think you can arbitrarily change the works of the world's greatest playwright because you're not comfortable with them?
No, I meant
Go home and learn your lines.
I know my lines.
And I say you need more time.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, this is a very different type of movie that you're used to playing in. I mean, did you find it, was quite a bit of pressure behind it, when you went on set, you were delivering your lines and doing all your thing?
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous at first, but as soon as I showed up on set the first day, I guess during rehearsals, Richard Linklater, our director, really put my mind at ease and helped me figure it out. And it turned out to be one of the greatest experiences ever. It was really fun. That's the most I've seen in the film. That's really exciting, yeah.
Well,
yeah, it looks great.
Orson Welles is played by Christian McKay, who's an Englishman who we've never really heard of before. This is his first big film, isn't it? And an uncanny resemblance to Orson Welles. That's the real Orson Welles there on the right side of your screen, and that's Christian on the left there. And he played it formidably, didn't he? It was
pretty incredible. That's what I'm most excited about. Is I was able to kind of be the conduit for Christian's performance. You can see if you see the movie, he is outstanding. He's incredible.
Yeah. And on the opening night in the film of Julius Caesar, I mean, you really do feel at the end that you want to applaud. And I've never really felt that in a movie theater.
Because you've been on the ride with these actors. You're in this week of rehearsal, witnessing it firsthand, and it's as many plays are in their final week of rehearsals, it's in shambles. So
I think it's going to be a massive hit. Now, you can see here, we just managed to get a tiny percentage of your British fan club that squeeze them into the studio. And the question on all of their lips, all of our lips, is, are you spoken for, Zac?
Am I spoken for in what terms?
Romantic terms.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, yeah. But, I mean, I still say hi to all you.
Don't worry, Zac. We'll leave it there.
So I mean, you're still open to offers, is that what he said? I'm not sure. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not quite...
We can still hang out.
Fighting style, nice. Yes, you've got to...
Nicely navigated, I think, that answer. Well done.
Definitely. It is in cinemas from December the 4th.
Good luck with it. Okay, over the past few weeks, we've been looking at some of the stories behind the famous streets featured on the Monopoly board.
Yes, from Fleet Street to Park Lane, we've found out how they made their names.
Tonight, Dom Littlewood puts on his whistle and flute to visit one of the most exclusive.
What about that? Dom, did you try and knock it down from 20 million for that painting?
I did, but it didn't work, yeah. Didn't like my offer, I'm very low.
Well, that's the way. There are quite a few famous names, aren't there, associated with Dom?
There are. I mean, one of those famous is Admiral Lord Nelson. The funny thing is, he had more than one house there. He had one for his wife, and he also lived there with his mistress. So, yeah, I don't know which side of the streets they were. I mean, that puts something being to love thy neighbour, doesn't it? And there's also a trio of British authors. Now, the first one, Henry Fielding, he wrote Tom Jones, and he actually wrote some of that whilst living in Bond Street. The others are Lawrence Sterne, who wrote Tristram Shandy, and Jonathan Swift, who wrote Gulliver's Travels. So a lot of heritage there.
Yeah, literary help. We never had it down as that, because they kind of think of it as shopping nowadays, and not the kind of Bloomsbury of that era. But
I know.
James Bond, there's a connection with James Bond.
There is, yeah. Ian Fleming, when he wrote On Her Majesty's Secret Service, mentioned the fact that James Bond was a descendant of Sir Thomas Bond. So there's a link there. It's fictional, but there's a link.
And there's a link with you, Zac, because we've read that you sometimes feel like James Bond when you're trying to kind of go incognito around the streets of whichever town you're in. Do you find it hard to kind of go unnoticed?
Well, inevitably, I come out like a sort of an uncool James Bond, like always using back doors and sneaking around.
And disguises?
Well, sort of, yeah.
But you can't tell us, because that would give away the disguise.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what my disguise is.
Apparently it's a mask of you, Don.
I think it's really cool. I mean, it's extraordinary. Now, Zac, I don't know if you know, but Mariah Carey's in town, and she's just opposite, just down the road, in a shopping centre.
Oh, really?
Turn on some Christmas lights. But she's been making some pretty amazing diva demands. Now, she's after 20 white kittens in a dressing room, 100 doves. But there she is, looking very comfortable in the dressing room. Some butterfly confetti to be showered all over her. Now, you do seem like a really nice lad. You haven't made any demands at all, but do you ever ask for anything specific when you go places?
Ask for anything specific?
Yeah.
Probably all that stuff is in my dressing room.
Yeah.
Of course.
Anything on your rider that is quite exceptional, no?
My rider.
Isn't that what you call it? Is that what bands call it? You know? When you, no? He's so
Well,
simple.
yeah,
He's so I'm sorry.
Pumpkin pie everywhere he goes. That's all he wants.
Yeah, thank you very much for something else.
Yeah. Now then, a very big thank you to all of you who've been generously donating towards the one-show totalizer of Terror. So far, you have raised 86,000. What about that?
And we have a result. We can now go to Adrian in Swansea and Christine in Belfast to reveal who's going to be sponged and gunged in the stocks of shame. Fantastic. Zac, thank you so much, Zac, for coming in. We've all loved, haven't we? Loved having Zac in this evening. Being in Orson Welles since in early December.
It is indeed. Well, that is it for tonight. No one show tomorrow because of children in need.
Adrian and Christine will be back next week with more terrific guests.
Yeah, Will Young, Matt Holden, Sir Roland Fine, Julia Smith, and Michael McIntyre all here. We'll see you later. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye. Take care.